everybody, Mark here. Now, I'm doing another biryani dinner because the other day I ordered 2 biryanis, one for that night, which I did a review on and edit in front of the camera, and the next one is going to be for the breakfast. Now, let me see. Now these videos are going to be slightly apart. For me it was only yesterday, but for you it'll be several days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reheat, not cook the biryani, but reheat it in the frying pan, but I'm going to be adding a load of extra stuff. Now, to start with, I've got 4 bacon, which I'm going to be putting into the air fryer at 180, put it in for about 10 minutes. Now, it'll probably take about 10 minutes. And also, when the bacon is nearly done, I'm going to put in. You may remember from a few days ago, I made a sandwich with salami and sliced chorizo. There we are, and some other stuff I can't even remember, but it was just a few days ago. This is what's left, so I'm going to be putting this with the bacon. Putting all that with the biryani that's going to go in the frying pan, so that'll be interesting, and we'll see how that works. See how that see if it turns out any good. Now there's a couple of points that I'll bring up, along with a few shout-outs with the book of shout-outs here. Now one of them, the first one, a viewer named Give It Up said that in regards to the naan bread biryani that I had, Give It Up says that naan means bread. So when you say naan bread, it means, basically you're saying bread, and which is interesting. I didn't know that, so that's something new. So you know for next time. But okay, so that was Give It Up. Thank you very much for you. Also, Give It Up says, oh yeah, that was it, because my biryani had a boiled egg in it. Excuse me. Had a boiled egg in it, in both. Now Give It Up says that his local, I'm presuming it's a him, says that his local Indian turns that egg into an omelette and then puts it on top of the biryani. That's an interesting thing there. I wouldn't have known that, but I mean, if they'd have gave me a menu like I asked them to, then I probably would have seen if they could do that. But if I ever get another biryani, I'm going to ask them if they do an omelette. And so that'll be something that you might want to try out there, and the viewers. Yeah, they whip an omelette, put it on top, and it's the same sort of thing but different. Okay. And I've got 2 more points, but one of them I'm going to talk about while I'm cooking. Gareth Wilby suggested that I write a book, because on the live stream just the other day, I learned out how to do a live broadcast, so I did that, and the topic came up of writing a book, this kind of thing, and which I thought, I like that idea. I really would like to write a book. So Gareth Wilby suggested that I write a book. I spoke about on right. Okay, yeah. So I'm just reading back what I've just said. So yeah, on that regard, what I'm doing, what I wrote back to him, and what I'll tell everybody out there is, I'm going to write. I've got some books that are, not on the subject of cookery, but they seem to be more of. One of them is Carl Pilkington's Happy Slapped by a Jellyfish. I figure they might be the kind of people, if they're going to entertain what he's writing, they're the kind of people who who might be able to help me, that kind of thing. So I'm going to write to a couple of publishers just to ask to see if they're interested on how I go about, doing what they need to be done to get a book on the way. I'm going to give it a go, so if anything comes from it, I'll let everybody know, and, it's a long shot. I mean, there's probably millions of people out there trying to put books together. Although, I used to watch a YouTuber years ago, Wrangler Star, that was it. He used to have a homestead, well, he still does, homestead videos, and he had a company approach him about a book, about his homesteading and woodworking and growing stuff in his garden and stuff. So yeah, you know, I'll write to them. I'll see, you know, see if they're interested. Anyway, I've got one more subject, and I'll talk about that while I'm cooking. Okay, the bacon is very close to being cooked. Now here is the salami and chorizo. I've taken them out of the wrapper, cut them into, you know, pretty fair-sized chunks, I guess, slices. They seem to be glued together, but not glued together, stuck together like they are in the packet. But I'll do what I can to separate those, and I'm just going to pour them into the. Just try and separate the slices. That was lucky. It was just the under part. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to, there you go, put that in there. And put this back in for about another 5-6 minutes or so. And that's, meantime, I'm going to start on the biryani. Now, I've turned the heat on. I've got it on kind of a low heat. Let me see, 8 out of 12. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pour this in, but I'm going to take out this egg. Remember there's a boiled egg in there. I'm going to take that out, put that in later on. Okay, I'm going to tip this in kind of gently, not just tip it all in at once, because they've got those some kind of pepper seeds in there, which I want to take out if I see them. Normally, you know, I mean, they're quite chewy. You only find them when you sort of take a bite out of them. I've found. Now the chicken looks better in this one than it did in the one I had last night. Last night it looked more like leg and thigh meat, you know, no chicken breast meat. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of chicken in here. Okay, I don't see that pepper thing. It'll probably show up in a bit. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna carry on tipping that in, and I'll show you when it's heating up slightly. What I'm doing here is I'm cutting the pieces up. I mean, they're quite big, the pieces of chicken, so I want them to be bite-sized, and you know, I want them to heat through fairly well. You know, so I'm just find the big pieces, cutting them up into small, very small pieces, and giving them a mix around as I'm doing it. You know, trying to find the big pieces. Yeah, there you go. Right, and in a few moments I'll be able to throw in the chicken, the bacon and the chorizo and the whatever the other one was, salami. Okay, that looks good. I forgot to actually, I'll talk about this while I'm cooking. The last subject was from Pete Thomas, and it was in regards to when I had I was doing last night I was doing the biryani video, and I was telling you about the chip shop when I went in trying to get some kebab meat that was deep fried with chips, you know, and how I walked in, and contrary to what a normal, you know, regular business owner would do, explain, well, actually we can't do that, or I'd rather not, or, you know, he just, well, the one word, no. And then when I asked him to elaborate, he said, no, no. So it was only after a few seconds that he decided to give me some half-assed answer about the batter or something. But no, yeah, Pete Thomas, he wrote, and I'll elaborate with my own addition there. He just mentions that in foreign countries, in other countries, most of the, you know, companies and little businesses, they will bend over backwards to take your money. And I know, because I've been abroad, and I've known a complete difference in customer service, like when you go abroad, especially to Spain. You know, you go into we went into bars and cafes there, and we're drinking. Well, we're doing some drinking. We're eating, and you know, being holiday makers, we're not like getting lashed or nothing. We're drinking quite a bit. And yeah, you know, quite often they come up with a tray full of fried chicken pieces. You know, like little tray, not nuggets, but you know, little pieces, little bits of chicken or whatever. Say, oh, you know, we didn't order this. No charge for you. You know, because you're in there buying stuff, and they want you to stay there. You're spending money, and they don't want you to piss off down the road to another cafe. They want you to stay. So it's in their interest. What they do is, they'll come round with these little bread, you know, slices of bread with chorizo and ham and cheese and stuff on it. You know, not just some just to sort of like, you know, thinking, oh, we'll stay here a while. You know, we just it doesn't cost them hardly anything, and they do it just to keep your custom. Okay, but while I'm mid-sentence, I've got all the bacon and chorizo, and I'm going to put all that in there. Yeah, but it's something that we don't seem to have here. I mean, countless times I've gone into places and I've asked for something not totally wild and out of the ordinary. I'm going to put this egg in now. But just something that may possibly not be on the menu as a dish, but if you take this from the menu, put it with that on the menu, put it with something else on the menu, that's what I want, you know? And you go in and sometimes you get a look of, oh, you know, really, I mean, I really can't be, you know, if it's on the menu, just take something off the menu kind of attitude, rather than saying, you know what, absolutely, you know, I want you to spend your £5 in my shop, and I will, as long as it's not, you know, you're asking for ostrich on toast or something, you know, they should be able to do it. I mean, a few examples of poor service is, let's see, I remember about 20 years ago, I actually, after work, I rang up Domino's Pizza here in Milton Keynes. I rang them up and I asked for a pizza, a big pizza. We're looking at £15–20, you know, because they're not cheap. And a garlic bread. And I said to them, what I would like is a pizza and a garlic bread, and I would like you to put anchovies on the garlic bread. And they're like, oh, I don't know. And I said, yeah, listen, just ask the manager, okay, you know. So she asked the manager come back, or somebody, and they said, no, we can't do it, you know, because it's not on the menu. And I said, look, it's on the menu. You even sell anchovies as a separate option, because if you want extra ingredients. They actually said to me, you know what we can do? We could put it onto your pizza, and then you could take it off and put it onto your garlic bread. How about that? So I rang up the head office, give them an earful down the phone, you know, and I told them, this is, you know, I was laying it on really thick, that this is, you know, Milton Keynes. We're not short of takeaways here, you know, if you don't want my 20 quid. Anyway, they sort of, you know, told me I could have a free pizza, you know, but it wasn't, you know, the thing is, just poor, because they can't be bothered, they immediately tell you no. Poor service as well, yeah, that chippy that I was telling you about, the one I've been buying all the deep fried stuff, been putting plenty of money their way recently, you know. You know, it's you know, when you go in and they hover over your chips. Do you want salt and vinegar on it? You know, like this. Do you want salt and vinegar on it? Waiting for you to say, oh yeah, and then they'll put salt and vinegar because you're too stupid to put your own on, right? I tell them every time, no, I'll do it. What he does, he gets a bit arsey. He puts the salt and vinegar onto the counter, and when I ask for the salt and vinegar, he steps back to the other end of the thing. He says, oh, there it is. Yeah, it's over there. You know, like this. So I've got to reach over the counter to reach the salt and vinegar. So, I mean, that's the kind of attitude that we have in this country. It's like, if you ask for anything as a customer, you're a pain in the arse. And I don't want to be dealing with it. That's the attitude that we have here. Anyway, there you go. And it's, you know, you get that in restaurants as well, where you've got that you know, some places where say there's unlimited refills, but they won't come round and refill your glass, you know, because I don't know what they're doing, you know, and it costs them nothing for that drinks out of a pump. But they won't come out, but they still expect a tip at the end of the when you're finished, even though all they did was show you to a table, bringing you one drink, and then leave you alone so you don't get any extra drinks unless you go up the bar yourself. It's the attitude of, you know, it's yeah, total I don't care, I'm just here for a wage kind of attitude, you know, which is pretty poor. We have that a lot here in England, which I've noticed when I've been abroad. We don't have that. And maybe if you out there, that I know I have some foreign viewers, and also English people who live in America. I know there's a few of those that write to me. Maybe you could tell me if that's, you know, how different it is where you live. You know, do they actually care enough to go the extra mile? I know when I was a business owner, I went the extra mile because I wanted their money. You know, there was, you know, certain customers I, you know, didn't put up with. You know, ones who, you know, felt entitled and that and get a bit threatening. But yeah, I personally, I've locked up. I've been down the street and I've actually come back because somebody's run out of electric, so I've sold them, you know, electric for the meter. But yeah, it's something we don't have here as such. It's a different attitude. You know, you come in, take what's on the menu, eat it, pay your money, hopefully give me a tip and piss off. That's what it's like. There's none of this. They don't seem to realise just how much competition there is out there. I mean, if they were the only chip shop or restaurant or cafeteria or burger van, if they were the only one around for miles and you had to eat there or, you know, walk, then yeah, you know. But being that there's so much competition, you know, but yeah, nobody seems to want your money. It's like they're at, you know. Anyway, like, I'm getting a bit of a gripe here. I'm sort of like having a bit of a gripe because I can, but I just wanted to you know, elaborate on somebody's comment there. Anyway, so yeah, let me know if you live in a foreign country other than England. Let me know what the service is like there. Would they go, not, you know, not talking about kiss your ass or anything, but just will they go the extra mile to get your money? Or do they just don't care, you know? Or will they give you naff service and expect a tip? Anyway. Alright, well, that's enough of that. I'm coming up to, bloody hell, 18 minutes. That is what I've done. That's last night's biryani. I was thinking about putting an extra egg in there, but I didn't. I did put in 4 slices of bacon, 4 salami, approximately 4 chorizo, which is slightly sort of burning my tongue now. And yeah, I was going to put an extra egg, but I didn't. But I was thinking about putting some fish fingers in there as well, just to, you know, but I didn't, you know. But it's very nice. If you get an extra biryani when you're getting an Indian, the next day you can put any old stuff you've got laying around in the fridge. I put bacon, chorizo, salami. You could put chicken nuggets in there if you wanted, fish fingers, hash browns, put some chips with it, you know, put an extra fried egg in there, do all kinds of stuff. Anyway, let me know what you think, and also on the, you know, okay, so thank you for watching.